All right, hello everyone. This is going to be a tutorial on how you can sell your Trainerize programs in Shopify, Etsy, Payhip, or wherever else you sell things. The reason I'm filming this is because I had somebody reach out to me on Fiverr. They needed help selling on Shopify and selling a Trainerize program there. This is because they were pretty established in terms of like social media presence, and they were already selling a lot of products on Shopify. So they wanted to be able to, keep people there, but also add Trainerize as a offer. Now, the problem that we had, first of all, of course, we checked out Zapier. It's a great tool for connecting different softwares and websites. However, Zapier connection only allowed for Shopify customers, not customers of specific products in Shopify into Trainerize. So like if somebody bought, the non-Trainerize product, for example, they would still get put into the Trainerize system. So that's not what we wanted. So this is the workaround that we found. Now, this client specifically, he did want to eventually sell on TrainerizePay. So he was going to sell like the 30-day program, and they would buy the first 30 days on Shopify. And then once they were on Trainerize, if they wanted to continue with continued coaching, they would make the purchase there. So it would bring them off of Shopify and have them stay in Trainerize. So this is kind of what I propose for that. If you didn't want to use TrainerizePay, there is, we can do something else. I will talk about that at the end, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to walk through using TrainerizePay. And if you didn't know, TrainerizePay is an add-on to your Trainerize account. I think it's like $7 a month, and it can be actually really useful for certain people. So in summary, this is how the process works. You would create your program in Trainerize, your 21-day program, or even your like 5-day challenge, for example. After you create your program, you would then create a free product in Trainerize and make sure you load it up with the automation, such as adding them to groups, tagging them, copying the program to them, of course, and any other features that are important to you as they enter into your Trainerize account. From there, you're going to grab the link to that product and you're going to embed it into a PDF in Canva or whatever else. And then that PDF is then going to be your deliverable for their purchase in Shopify or Etsy. So when the client purchases there, they get an email with, here's your file. Thanks so much for your purchase. They open the file, they click the link, and then they have to put their information again in order to get onto Trainerize. So that is how that worked out. And this is going to be a step-by-step of that process. All right, now the first step is to make sure you actually have your program in Trainerize and ready to go. So I'm here in programs, one of my shared programs. This is a 21-day challenge, and if in the calendar view, you can see I have the workout scheduled. Obviously, you could put in whatever else you want. And I highly recommend taking advantage of the scheduled messages feature in Trainerize. You can do this to kind of prep them for the upsell to have them purchase one of your main programs or continue their coaching with you. Now, an example of this, say, on the next to last day of the program, I'll schedule an auto message here, and I'll just name it continued coaching. They won't see this message as you. And you just, choose the time of the day you want it to send to them, and you can just say, hey, and you can add this to the message sequence. And then afterwards, you would attach, you click share product here, and you would attach your Trainerize product. I don't have TrainerizePay on this account, so I wouldn't be able to tag it, but it's very obvious that you just click share product, make sure that's scheduled. Or if you wanted them to book a call or maybe fill out a consultation form or whatever they have to do first before they can continue with your coaching program, link that here, schedule. Add. And that is going to be automatically delivered to the client. All right, so that is step 1. All right, the next step is to create the product in TrainerizePay. So I'm here in payments, products, and you can see here I already have my monthly coaching program. This is what I would have linked in the previous step as part of the auto message or the upsell. Now we're going to create the product for the 21-day challenge or whatever it is you're selling in Shopify or Payhip or wherever else. And you'll want to include a quick description just so the client knows that they're in the right place. Now set your payment type as free. And we'll say this is 3 weeks because it's a 21-day challenge. Of course, you could also do this for like a 5-day challenge, for example. Now, when the client purchases, you'll want to figure out if you want them to do this on the day of purchase. So as soon as they sign up, they can start the 21 days starts at the 5-day start, or if you want to start on Monday. So if they sign up on Friday, then they have to wait 3 days before they can actually start logging workouts, or on a fixed start date. So if you had a group challenge, like everybody was doing, the August challenge, and we're all starting on August 15 or whatever, we would have that there. It depends on what you're offering. I would not recommend selling this on Trainerize.me and limit this to new clients only. Now the next step is to set up an automation. And this is going to be all for new clients. So this is where you can decide what you're going to do. So if you want the client to be able to message you back and forth, you give them full access so they can message you back and forth. You can respond to them and they can ask you questions. Assigned to trainer, they would be automatically assigned to you anyway if you're the only trainer. You can copy the program to their account, and then that allows you to go in and make customizations. Generally, I find it's better to just copy it to the client account, and then you don't have to touch it if you don't want to, but if you'd like to, at least that is an option available to you. Depending on your organization, you might want to tag them as like 21-day challengers or free trialers or whatever it is, and then you can have them join a group such as a 21-day challengers group, for example. So you want to make sure you get this set up, and then when product ends, basically we would just, maybe you want to remove them from groups, remove the client tags, and maybe you want to make them offline as well, so they can't continue counting towards your quota. Save. And all right, so now we have the product, the 21-day challenge product in Trainerize, and what's nice is when they sign up for this, they will be everything automatically happens for them. They already have the program in their account, they already have those automated messages ready for them, and they're already in the groups. There isn't much that you have to do except for any maintenance or whatever you have planned or whatever else you're offering. So the next step will be to grab a link. So you can copy the product link or copy the checkout link. And let me paste this. This is what they see. So obviously, I'm not accepting live payments, so nothing's gonna happen. All right, so you wanna save the link that we just copied here, because that is going to be what we're going to embed into the PDF. All right, now that we have the link to the product in Trainerize, we're going to make a PDF and link that in there, and that's going to be the deliverable that we deliver to the customer when they purchase. So this is just something I put together in Canva. I'll give you the link to make a copy so you can use it on your own. This is just something generic. Important info regarding your program, and you can have a thank you, and then you want to give them the next steps for their success, and so that they can get into the program. So right here we have step 1, which is sign up for Trainerize. You actually won't need to enter your CC details, and then you can just add a blurb about Trainerize or whatever it is, and then we're going to link this. So first, what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to group this so it's easier for them. They don't have to click on something very specific or small. And then from here, I'm going to go here, link, and then I'm going to paste a link to this. So whenever a client, once they download it on their computer or even on their phone, they're able to click anything here, and that will take them to the product page that I showed you previously. And from there, that's really all you might really need for them to get started. Maybe you have the consultation form and the welcome packet preloaded into Trainerize, so really you just need something that has this link. All right, and that is how you sell your Trainerize programs in Shopify or PayHip or any other online shop. Now, if you didn't have Trainerize Pay, instead of having a link to Trainerize Pay, you could perhaps link it to a Google form or Job form or Type form, and make sure that connects to Trainerize via Zapier. That way you can take advantage of all those automations, such as copying the program to the client, setting them as full access, they can message you back, adding them to groups, for example, and adding client tags. Another thing to keep in mind with this process is that the link that you generate via Trainerize Pay, or even your Google form or Job form, they could potentially share that with other people, and that would allow non-customers to enter into your Trainerize program. I don't think it's a huge concern, especially if you're attracting the right kind of people, and you can always delete their account. Obviously, if you have you're selling a lot of these programs, that might not work, but reach out if you need assistance with sorting that out. But that was just the only other thing I would want you to keep in mind when implementing this. And I hope that this was helpful. If you need any assistance, please comment or reach out to me on Fiverr or Upwork. I'm linked below. If you want me to build this out for you, you can contact me as well. But otherwise, I hope this was helpful. Have a great day.